shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSFD.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Good morning, everybody. It's Tiger Talk. It's live. It's Thursday, October 17th, 2024, 8:02 a.m. I'm joined by the beautiful, ravishing Mrs. Groom today.
Good morning,
you look
Mr.
great
Bailey.
today.
Oh, thank you.
I love your ensemble.
Oh, well, thank you.
We're run by the kids for the kids. We got Sophia behind the scenes on the sound for us.
Yeah, Sophia got crossed up on the first one because somebody turned down the actual player deck on the virtual DJ. But I fixed that for her, so she's good to go for the break.
Yeah. Okay,
we support each other around here.
We got the boss
good.
man back
We
there,
do.
Peter
That's
Coles. Okay, I'm glad
That's because the spotlight's on the road today.
Oh, that's right. The superintendent spotlight. We were gonna. That's a good intro right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good segue. There's a lot happening up in aviation today. We are getting our certificate from the FAA to become another certified Chapter 75,
Kudos
147.
to the whole aviation crew.
They're going to be power plant certified now, so you're going to get mainframe power plant. But we're going to have aviation kids on with Mr. Hepburn to quickly talk about that, and then we'll have Mr. Wilson on next week or so to really dig down and dirty with that.
Great.
But Pete, I'm glad you're on today because I wanted to talk about. I saw on the news a rocket that landed back in the landing, like they caught it.
Yes.
What the heck is that? That's new, right?
That rocket is taller than a Saturn V.
Okay.
And it literally.
Hold on. How tall is a Saturn
I know,
V for Mrs.
just,
Green?
oh, yeah.
Everybody knows that. It's like
it's almost 350
feet. See? Yeah. So usually they fall into the ocean, right? You got to go get it.
Well, yeah, but SpaceX has kind of made it reusable.
It was cool.
So this is the liftoff. I come with receipts, baby.
I love this.
Yeah.
This is cool. So, Mr. Groom, did you see this?
I did see.
Where is this
not
being
this
launched
part.
out of, Pete?
That is Boca Chica, Texas.
Okay, out of Texas. Cool.
That's a South Padre Island. And if you can look across, that's Mexico behind the rocket. It's literally, you're less than a mile from the border.
Really?
Wow.
Yep. And it was beautiful. I wish I was there because I've seen
the
upper half. I've seen the upper half of that fly.
Yeah.
I've seen Starship fly, but I've never seen the whole stack fly.
Do you have the landing,
And it is
Pete?
tall. Let's see.
Mrs. Groom, this is, I know it's a little slightly off from Tiger Talk a little bit.
That's
but,
okay.
I just, I know
newsworthy.
Pete's a big
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
connoisseur of rocketry. And,
This was I watched this at my part-time job. This is the rocket coming down, and it's literally It's taller. The bottom half, the booster, is taller than the Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
And it is 30 feet in diameter. It is a monster.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is a monster.
So it's coming back hot, Mrs. Groom, and what happens is usually it just falls to the ground.
There's your first
right?
sonic boom right there. That
Yeah,
little brush there around it.
And then they caught
Look
it.
at the speed scrumming off of it, though. You can see the speed calculator down the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The speed is scrubbing off at an astronomical rate. I wouldn't want to be on board, and nobody ever is going to be on board. But at the last second, it lights 13 engines, and then it goes down to 3. That's to slow it down. You see how fast
Wow,
it slows
yeah.
down. And the whole point is when it gets to the top of the tower,
Look at this.
you
Yeah.
want it to be at neutral, so it's not going down and it's not going up.
Right.
And it's steering itself in, and it communicates with the
It's
tower.
like remote control.
I know. That's the part I saw.
Yeah.
It
oh,
is
you did
steering
see
I did see
itself.
that
It is
part,
steering
yeah.
itself in, and literally on 2 little pins, it's resting the entire weight of the rocket.
Listen to the crowd.
Yeah. Is that really Cheers?
Yeah, that's the SpaceX people. Yeah, but it's literally sitting on 2 pins. That's
Crazy.
the only thing holding it up.
So if you, if you want to get Pete's ear and you want to talk about something,
That's right.
rockets, baby.
Yeah.
And
Right
then
there.
Starship also made a successful reentry in the Indian Ocean, and they were so close to their mark they put a buoy out there with a camera, and when it landed, you were able to see the it was about 50, 60 feet away from where
Cool.
it was supposed to be.
Very cool. Very cool.
Very cool.
Thanks for the intel on that, Mr. Coles. I'm glad you were here.
Sitting in today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually worked out.
Very nice.
So anyway, so that's what's going on across the world right now.
Yeah.
But at Tiger Talk at Westfield Tech, we are. What's going on? Let's just briefly talk about for the 7 parents that are listening.
Right.
Let's talk about what's going on
For
with the
right
freshmen
now.
for right now.
And then they'll come on
Well, Bobby
YouTube.
G was throwing some shade at us last, apparently.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Oh.
self-proclaimed. He doesn't like that we're the number 1 show. He said, he's like, yeah, because he gets all his listeners live.
Oh, okay.
We
That's
do
all
live
right.
too.
Yeah.
If you're listening on 89.5, if you missed the show, get up to YouTube and check us
Right.
out at WSKB Radio, the number 1 talk show on WSKB. Mr. Groom, tell us what's going on with the freshmen.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
What's going on?
Well, the freshmen are currently in academics, but we are behind the scenes
Yes.
and scheduling them for their 1 weeks.
Yes.
They're
How's
gonna
that
have-
going?
It is going. It is a very tedious job.
Yeah.
We have it down to a science.
Yes.
But it takes time and brain power.
Yeah. Well, a lot of my brain.
A lot of your brain.
So we are 151 kids that we have to schedule, and all the kids have chosen their top 5 favorite shops.
Top 6.
Top 6, but they're going to get 5 in
Correct.
order, so their favorite down to their least favorite, I guess. And then we accommodate all of them by giving their first 2 choices guaranteed.
Yes.
And then we try to give everybody the 3rd choice, and then obviously, if we can give them their 4th and 5th choice, we do it. And we spread those out throughout the 5-week period, so they're all. So if your favorite was, for instance, radio, you might get radio week 1, but you also might get it week 5. But we promise you're going to get it.
Right.
So for 5 days. So
Yep.
that's the big deal. That's the hubbub about what's going on with the freshmen right now, and they're super excited.
They are.
They're getting stoked.
Yeah,
That's
we were
why they're
hoping
here.
to get
So-
it out today, but
You don't think we're gonna do it? I thought if you
might be
don't
close.
dilly
It might
dally
be
today
close.
after the show, maybe we'll get it done.
because
But
we
it's hard to
both
keep
know
you
that
on
I'm the
task.
dilly dallier.
It's hard to keep you on task, unfortunately. But I try to keep you. Did you take your medicine today so we can? Okay. What? No. Okay. So, Mrs.
Sophie-
Groom. So anyway.
Sophia's one of my fans.
Yeah, I
She
know.
is.
Sophia's on. She doesn't let me get away with
No,
anything.
she
I
does
tell you.
not.
So listen, if you were checking out, you want to check out one of the things I learned I want to talk about was if you're looking at information about our school, WTA.life.
I know.
Just type that in, WTA.life. Instead of going Westfield, schoolsofwestfield.org and looking for Westfield Tech, Mr. Grimsley has created a connection. I don't know what you call it. I'm not an IT guy, right?
Right.
But a link.
A link.
So if you type in WTA.life, it'll take you right to our website. So
Right.
WTA.life.
It's called the domain forward.
Yes, I was
All
just
right,
about to
thanks,
say
Pete.
that. Domain
And
forward.
Yeah, because I just learned about the domain forward
Sure.
the other day.
Or the dark web.
I've
If you
heard about
didn't
that.
know about the dark web, turn
That
to
was
this-
last week with
yeah.
Superintendent Spotlight.
Yeah, I was
Week
on there.
before.
His numbers went through the roof. I don't know.
No, that's what's so funny.
Okay.
It's-
Mrs. Groom, don't stop. Shh. All right. So, what we're going to do, Sophia, We're going to go to a quick commercial. We're going to bring our first group of guys and gals for aviation. We're going to talk about what's going on in aviation, what to look forward to with a bunch of sophomores, and how their second year in aviation is going. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
All right, aviation is provided by the Barnes and Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
And we are back, everybody. It's Tiger Talk. It's 8:10 a.m. It's Thursday.
It is.
And Miss joined with our aviation crew. A segment of it. Some of the aviation kids are up at the hangar right now with Mr. Wilson and others. But we have Mr. Hepburn and 3 sophomore aviation students. Why don't you grab the mic, Mr. Hepburn, and let's talk about what's going on here. Who do we have with us? Actually, we could go around the room and have them introduce themselves.
Yeah,
that might be nice to do. Who do we got with us? Why don't you talk? First name, last name. Talk to us.
My name is Ruben Posner, and I'm a sophomore for aviation.
Nice.
I'm Victoria Bajkar, and I'm a sophomore.
Nice.
I'm Liam Ramos, and I'm also a sophomore.
Yeah, and I'm Mr. Hepburn. I'm one of the instructors for aviation. And I'd like to just give a shout out to all the aviation guys out there because they're probably looking at us right now.
You think so?
They probably got us on a whiteboard drawing mustaches and hats and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how you, Mrs. Groom.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Hepburn, thanks for coming on. I know we got a lot going on. Real quickly, because I'm going to get Mr. Wilson on probably in a week or two to talk a little bit more in depth of what big news has just happened with the aviation program.
Okay, so we always went through just general airframe,
Yeah.
where the students had to go and get their power plant afterwards. So it usually took about a year to get power plant after they got their general airframe.
Yep.
And we were just certified for power plant.
Yeah.
So now the senior class, when they were freshmen, that's one of the things I promised them is when they became seniors, I'm going to make sure they have power plant, and now we have power plant for them.
So that will give that having the general mainframe and power plant will officially allow these kids to take a test to be fully certified?
Fully certified, so they can work on any commercial aircraft, anything, with the whole airframe, which is the whole airplane itself, and then also the actual engine.
The engine, which in the past we didn't. So what would kids do in the past, our previous kids that graduated from the program, what would they have to do if they wanted to get fully certified?
So we had, my son Scotty went down to Florida, and then we had a lot of kids that went to CT Aerotech.
Okay.
And then we had some that go out to the Cape, and they would, pretty much just sign up for the power plant portion of it, and it would take him anywhere in between 7 and 9 months for them to get power plant.
So we are going to produce kids after the 4 years with ability to pass and take the test to be fully certified instead of an extra year of, and that's college, right? I mean, that's basically.
Yeah, they get in between 35 and 42 college credits for getting their actual A&P license.
That's awesome.
So when they get their license in their pocket, it's 35 to 42 credits.
So that's amazing. So they're going to come out starting with this. Is this the sophomore crew? Will they be able to?
Yeah, this sophomore crew will. The seniors this year are going to actually go through the summer to get their power plant.
Okay, they are.
So this is going to be our inaugural one.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
That's awesome. So congratulations on that. I know it's a lot of hard work from all you guys, Mr. Wilson and you and Shaves and Fowl.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So everybody contributed to that. Let's talk to the kids for a second here. Let's go with Mose. We're going to go with Liam over there. Liam, talk to us about aviation now. You're a sophomore now. You got a year under your belt. Overall feeling about aviation, what do you think? You loving it?
Yeah.
Is it hard?
it's difficult, but like there's not a day that goes by that I don't enjoy it. Like it's great going to the hangar every day, like working on a bunch of cool stuff, like being at an airport is just like it's pretty cool.
Yeah. When do we, Mr. Hepburn? I know this comes. When do we shave heads to make it official that you're part of the?
Well, we've been talking about that. So as soon as my head gets shaved, everybody's head.
Okay,
gets
cool.
shaved.
Well, you're going to do that for softball?
I don't know. It's going to come at some point.
Victoria, how about you? Tell us about your experience so far with aviation.
I think it's great. I really like the security. Like after being able to graduate, know I'm gonna have my license.
Yeah.
And like even though I want to go to college, it's gonna be great to have that under my belt.
Yeah. Ruvum, what do you think? What's the difference between your freshman year and now your sophomore year that you've been here a little bit?
I mean, freshman year, I would say Mr. Hepburn goes a little nicer on us, and when you transfer to sophomore year, he wants us to be a little more self-reliant, so we have to go in the books if we want to do like a job, a little bit more ourselves without Mr. Hepburn's help, and basically, that's about it.
Yeah, Mr. Hepburn, would you, difficulty-wise, you've been, how long you been here teaching now?
This is my 7th year.
7th year, okay. Would you say that the difficulty level has increased over the years, or has it always been, like,
I think the difficulty level has gone down because I'm able to teach it a lot easier.
Okay.
So I can explain it to the kids a lot easier.
Right.
I think they get a lot more out of it.
Yeah.
So Reuben's brother's a senior.
Yeah.
So he was here when I was like in my 3rd year.
Yeah.
So it was still, I'm still learning a lot of this stuff. I'm still
Yeah.
going through everything. So
Yeah, and you came, you did not have an education background, right? You came out of military and went right
Came out of the military. I got 2 associates.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So it's not easy, right?
No, it's not easy.
Teaching kids, keeping them engaged,
Not
and
at all.
doing all that. Reuven, what's the plans here? What do you got? What do you think what do you think you want to do?
Well, of course, get my A&P license. That's the first thing. And then about college, I'm thinking about a 2-year college for now. And and I want to stay in the aviation field.
Nice, I love it. Industry-wise, Mr. Hepburn, is there opportunity for kids? Do they need A&Ps right now?
Yeah, A&Ps are like one of the biggest demands in the aviation industry. We need pilots and all that stuff too, which, we're actually producing pilots too. We don't teach them, but kids are getting their pilot's license. So as the seniors, there's 3 kids, they have up to 100 hours of flying already. So we're going to have seniors that have their pilot's license, their A&P, and graduate by the time they get out of here,
One
which
of
is
our
good.
first
But
seniors is
for
flying
these
for
kids that want to
regional.
do the maintenance portion, they can go anywhere in the country. You know what I mean? And if you look on Google or you look online,
There's
jobs everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming because of the need, the pay is pretty good?
The pay is very good.
Very good. Yeah. And being a pilot would enhance, obviously, your resume to be able to know how to fly. Interestingly, Mr. Grimm, did you know that are all our instructors also licensed pilots?
Yeah, I'm a student pilot still, but I can fly an airplane.
Yeah.
So I've soloed, so a pilot.
Amazing.
So Mrs. Groom is actually wondering. I'm going to ask for her because she's nervous about it, but she's wondering if she could go up for a ride with one of the instructors or maybe the kids this year. What do you think, Mr. Hepburn?
We'll get her a ride.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get her in the Stearman.
Oh, I love it. Nice.
All right.
I'm more of an F-15 guy, so I'm waiting. I'm holding out. But I think you'd be great in the Stearman, Mrs. Groom. So
Okay.
let's pencil that in, Mr. Hepburn.
Yeah, you got that, Mr. Wilson?
Yep. He's listening. Mose, what's the plans for you? What do you think?
We were actually just talking about this. Like, I'm really enjoying electrical right now.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to go down some type of route, like within like electrical.
Okay. There's several, obviously, of different, a zillion different ways you could go with the A&P, right? Because there's engine, electrical. There's so many things to it. Victoria, how about you? What are you thinking? What's your favorite part of aviation?
I really liked corrosion. I think that was my favorite, and like ground ops.
Okay, tell me about corrosion. What is that for us? Do you know what corrosion is?
I would think I know what corrosion when like the cars
Rust.
And,
tell it.
And she really liked
explain
that.
corrosion. What is that? What would you be doing?
Probably like cleaning it and like fixing parts that were corroded.
Okay, like engine parts or is it everything?
The process.
Okay.
So let them know the process.
Yeah.
We did this thing called alidizing, where like you like put this, what was it called? Alidine, right?
Yeah.
Until it's like bubbles, and then we wipe it off, and then after that we primed it.
Yeah.
And then we painted it, and it was really cool. It's really fun.
So that's sort of like auto body shop, correct?
Yep. Kind of the same thing.
Okay,
So they
cool.
strip the panel right down to the metal, and we deal with all aluminum. We don't deal with a lot of steel and stuff like that. So the process is a little bit different.
Mr. Hepburn, what are some of the fields in aviation? Like he mentioned electrical, she mentioned, what was yours again?
Corrosion.
Corrosion, yeah, but what was that word?
Alidizing.
Alidizing. What are some of the different areas that the kids could go in the aviation field if they wanted to?
So they can go anything avionics.
Yep.
So, your IT stuff. IT is huge in the airline industry and stuff like that. The electrical portion is huge too.
Is it really?
Yeah, a lot of electrical, a lot of hydraulics, structural. So we deal with a lot of riveting and, replacing panels and, fixing damage to wings and stuff like that. So we do a lot of that kind of stuff. There's just so many fields you can go into.
Do you have to do you have to declare this is what I'm into? I'm into the electrical part, or is there another branch you can go to study more on that?
No. So usually when you get a job, the people that you're working around, they're going to get a feel of who you are and what you're good at, and they're going to take you down that path.
Yeah.
So when you get into the industry.
Yeah. Reuven, particular area that you like the best?
I like everything in every section, but I'd say the topic that I like the most would be ground ups, I would say.
Yeah? Nice. Do you guys do anything outside of aviation? Are you part of any clubs or sports or anything like that?
Me, no.
No, you're just all aviation all the time.
I do cross country and softball.
Oh,
nice.
So cross country. You have a big meet this weekend at Stanley Park?
Yeah.
How you doing with your times?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I haven't been able to run because I messed up my knee.
Oh, you did? Are you going to be ready for softball?
Yeah.
How do you?
I'm very
What do you think of the JV coach for softball?
I think he's pretty cool.
You do think so?
Yeah.
And that's Mr. Hepburn, of course. Yeah. And Liam, AKA Mose. What do you do?
Basketball is coming up soon.
Basketball?
Basketball, and I also play lacrosse.
Lacrosse.
And I'm currently playing lacrosse right now too.
Oh, you're a big lacrosse guy. That's right. Nice. Yeah. Nice. So you're busy. So these guys are busy on top of Mr. Hepburn. Homework-wise, would you say it's over the top? Or I can ask the kids that. Do you guys want to talk to me about what is it? You have friends in other shops, I'm sure. Want to compare workloads between the two? Look at Reuven. I'm going to go over to him because he's smiling here. Reuven, you have friends in other shops, correct?
Yes.
Don't say what shops they are.
Okay.
Do you find that you are doing a bit more work than some of the other shops?
I wouldn't say a bit more. I would say a lot more, honestly.
Okay. Okay. You think so?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, we have to do a lot of reading.
Uh-huh.
A lot of note-taking.
Yeah.
And I would say friends in my other shops would just, I don't know, do a little packet at home and bring it, and then that's about it.
Yeah. Mr. Hepburn, textbook-wise, is it I've heard the kids talk about it's almost like a college book. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I give, for homework and stuff, I just give reading assignments because I think the reading's the most important piece of it.
Yeah.
So we kind of go over everything in the morning.
Yeah.
And then they'll go home and do their reading assignments and stuff like that, and then also take notes.
So just for people that are listening, I've been talking a lot, Mrs. Groom. I don't know if you want to talk, but this is a program that typically, Mr. Hepburn, correct me if I screw this up, but typically this is a program that would be offered to college-age students that want to get into aviation. We offer it to high school. We're one of 3 in the country.
Yeah, so this is a college program. Yep. So after kids graduate, they would go to, Cape Cod Community College and do it, and they'd get an associate's degree with it. As Nantucket was working on one, there's a couple other schools, but for these kids here, I forgot the second part of your question.
Well, I just this program, they're going to come out of here with things that kids that are 24 years old going to college would be getting, correct?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And then this is, now that we have the A&P, we're the only school in the country that has an A&P at a high school level.
For a high school level. So we're the only school in the country to offer both A&P, mainframe and power plant for high school age kids.
Yeah, without help from a college.
Correct. Yeah. Which is pretty amazing. And that's what's happening today up at the hangar today. And if you guys want to watch the superintendent spotlight after this, they're going to broadcast it live with the FAA coming in and giving certificates.
Yep, giving the certificate.
So that's amazing. So we're one of 3 in the country that offer to the high school, right? Do you know how many high schools or 1 in 3 in New England? Is that what it is, or?
Yeah, so there's two that we know of.
Yeah.
There's one that's in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And that's an aviation high school.
Just aviation.
Just strictly aviation high school.
Yeah.
And then us. So there's two in the Northeast.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but we're the only A&P.
Yeah. Which now fast forward or rewind back to us with freshmen. It's a highly popular shop. Part of the reason is because of that, because I think the word's out that
and what they can gain going through this program, but it's not for the faint of heart. You have to put the effort in.
No.
And but the payoff is great.
Yeah. I assume that you guys end up being pretty close with each other. A lot of you guys, right? Liam, would you say do you guys study together? Liam, do you guys have
We have a group chat.
You do.
Pretty active at night, like the night before a test.
Yes.
Pretty active.
Oh, so you're cheating. Okay. Victoria, is that true? Do you guys cheat at night?
They're using their resources.
Yeah, we don't cheat, but we do talk about all the things that we're confused about and talk about the reading.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty good thing, right? I mean, they're practicing. They know what to study for. Maybe one kid picks something up and another kid missed it, I think that's Mrs. Groom, you got anything for the kids?
I'm just curious, anybody interested in flying?
I would love to one day. That'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah. Ruvum, no?
It's not my number one priority, but it would be cool to fly. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nice. I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea. I get headaches whenever I'm up there.
Yeah. Have you all been up? I'm sorry, but have you all been up in a plane? Is that?
Yeah.
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 Is that part of the gig, Mr. Hepburn?
Yeah, part of the.
There?
Yeah, a lot of them go up to Stearman. They'll go up on the Satabri out there. And one of the biggest things with just getting them up in the air is they need to understand how an airplane flies. They need to understand where all the stresses are that they can see.
Yeah.
So we take them up in the airplane, so it helps them out when they're doing maintenance. They understand, hey, they got to do it right.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, they're going to be.
How many years you got in the business?
I got 27.
Yeah. And Mr. Wilson equally as much, probably?
No, he's got a lot more.
He does have a lot more? Because he's way older than you?
Yeah, way older.
Are you calling Mr. Wilson an old man? Guys, what do you think? Did you hear that?
Yeah, so I'm these guys' dads, and Mr. Wilson's the grandpa.
The grandpa.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Mrs. Groom, did you want to go again?
I do have another.
Yeah,
anybody interested earlier in right flight? Did anybody participate in that in middle school or anything?
I did do it in middle school, but I didn't continue on with it in high school because there's I think it branches off into further, more advanced right flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious if there was a connection.
I didn't do it, but I wish I did.
Oh, you did?
I'd love to do it one day.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, right flight is offered in the at the middle school, right? And it's about pilot. Isn't it mostly focused on flying? Yeah.
Yeah, it's focused on flying. Yeah. So any of the freshmen that are going through the 1 weeks
gives them an edge.
Learn how to fly.
Yeah.
Yep.
It gives them an edge.
How does an airplane fly?
The kids would always tell us. Remember when we go to the middle school, oh, I do right flight, and I was like, just so you guys know, it's not. Our aviation program is not flying.
Yeah, not flying.
It's repairing, and fixing. So that's always a clarification we got to make. But we're super proud of you guys, right? I mean, now that you guys are sophomores and in it, we're looking forward to seeing you guys take off. You like that?
I love it.
Yep. And progress. And congratulations to the whole team, Mr. Hepburn included, and all the teachers and the kids. We are we're pretty bad. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
We're bad. You know.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna mess with us.
The kids had a big part in the power plant. They put their.
We gotta make some.
work in.
We gotta make some T-shirts up or something. Some kind of
Mr.
nice
Daly, if
saying.
you keep saying that, I'm going to say it. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah. How about some cool T-shirts with a saying like aviation, blah blah, and on the back it says something cool. What do you Don't fly out of here. Yeah. Right, Most? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm liking it.
All right, think about a good thing. You guys think of a good logo. We'll get the T-shirts made. Guys, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
One more.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So we push these kids on the Promise program quite
Yeah.
a bit too. So we're looking at their grades and everything else. Just to give a plug to the Promise program because I think it's great.
That's a great point.
So we push it on the kids.
Yeah.
This is being on
If
last
you
week.
aviation kids, if they get through the program, and they do Westville Promise, which is our college course. College program with Mrs. Bean, you could come out of Westville Tech Academy with up to 50 college credits.
Yeah, that's correct.
Combining your aviation stuff with the Westville Promise stuff. So it's a lot of work. It's a big demand on the kids. Any of you guys doing Westville Promise? Not yet?
They haven't
Junior
been
year.
selected
Yeah, it's
yet.
junior year, but I don't know if you're thinking about it. But it's a great program. It's a good way to save a lot of money, and it's a good way to get your foot in the door and branch off into whatever you guys want.
Yeah.
Good call with that, Mr. Hepburn. Nice. All right, we're gonna roll out, take a little break, Sophia. You're listening to Tiger Talk. Wait till you see what we have next.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
And we are back to Tiger Talk Live. It's 8:32 a.m. Thursday, October 17th. We just had a great guest on.
We did.
Great group of guests, and I did a lot of talking again.
That's okay. You're a good
Why
interviewer.
Don't you talk more?
Well, as I was notified last week, this is your show.
Good point.
Right.
Also, you missed it off camera. Mrs. Groom tried to stab me with a pen, but we got it on video. I did want to make a couple announcements. If you're looking for what's going on at Westfield Tech, just go to WTA.life.
Yeah.
And that'll link you to our
right
website. Did you know Pumpkin Fest is going on this week?
I've seen the signs.
And I forgot I wanted to bring it up with aviation because aviation typically goes.
Oh, that's right. They do.
They bring a plane or a glider, I think. I'm not sure which they bring, and the kids love it. They get to sit in it. So that's 11 to 3 down in this I say the South Middle Fields, but it's not that anymore. It's behind the Boys and Girls Club, the fields down there. It's a bunch of stuff for kids.
Right.
Co-op is going strong. We're over 30 plus now. I just went on a nice visit to Gas and Electric for another student, so thank you to the Gas and Electric, Mr. Flaherty, and all the people up there that help us out getting kids up there. We'll have to have a co-op show.
Yes, I think that'd be a great idea.
You think so? And bring maybe some businesses in.
I think that'd be great.
And did you know it's National Principals Month, Mrs. Groom?
I did not. And yet a whole month is dedicated to the principal.
Yes. So I hope that when you see Mr. Hastings, you say, hey, happy National Principals Month.
I will certainly
And
do
if
that.
you want, I don't know if there's an assistant principals day or month, but
you don't get lumped under the principal?
you could.
It's a month.
You could. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like if you want to recognize my greatness, you can. Not stab me with a pen. But I digress because we need to talk about the menu as well.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So
Tigers
sounds
Pride
like
is
a
open
great
today
menu.
and tomorrow. What's going on?
Today and tomorrow, 10:45 to 12:15. The soups this week are Italian wedding soup or corn chowder. The salad this week is chef salad, fresh greens with garden vegetable, turkey, ham, Swiss cheese, cheddar cheese, and boiled egg, served with your choice of dressing. Entrees today, bacon wrapped meatloaf, served with garlic mashed potatoes, sautéed green beans, and then there's a garlic chicken and pasta. Sautéed chicken breast with garlic, spinach, white wine, Parmesan cheese, and a touch of cream, tossed with penne pasta, served with a petite salad.
That sounds good.
And your choice of dressing. But this is what I love, and we were just talking about this at lunch the other day. Orchard chicken salad wrap is the sandwich special this week. It's chicken salad with grapes and apples wrapped in a flour tortilla with shredded lettuce and tomato and served with chef salad. Sounds delicious.
They do.
So tomorrow's entrees.
What's tomorrow?
Yeah. Korean pork tacos. Pulled pork with a koji barbecue sauce, served in soft taco shells finished with pickled cucumbers and served with a side of corn salsa. And then there's the margarita pizza, personal size
You love
pizza.
that.
I do. With fresh mozzarella cheese, tomatoes, and basil, served with a petite salad and choice of dressing. They make their own pizza crust here.
Yes.
And it, to me, is one of the best crusts I've ever had.
Really?
Love it.
Oh.
Love it. So I'm actually going to do a to-go with the pizza for my husband
Billy?
tomorrow. Yep.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Billy's listening, and
He is.
hopefully you don't you pay for it.
I will pay for it.
Good.
Of course.
Nice. So that sounds delicious. So open 10:45 to 12:15 on today and tomorrow. So if you're driving around looking for something to do and looking for a place to eat for a really good price.
Absolutely, like $8.95 for the
and know that the kids
entree.
are learning and cooking and doing it all themselves, and they're waiting on you. So
Yeah. And if you want to do takeout or make a reservation, it's 564-3123.
you were ready, huh?
Ready.
Good job. Nice. You got a future. Yeah. Okay, round two. We got. So we've done in the past. We've always liked to highlight our new staff and bring them on. And we've had a couple teachers on so far this year. And we always like to, sometimes particularly academic teachers don't get the accolades that some of the shop teachers get, right? Because we are a shop school, and that's what we always talk about. But we have a new teacher join us, Miss Emily Whitcomb. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Morning.
We are. We thought it'd be nice to bring you on. I called her yesterday at I don't even know 1. I don't know, later in the afternoon.
It was later in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It was just sprung upon me.
Yeah. And I basically voluntold her that she's got to come on the
Love that
show.
word.
You were kind about it, though.
Yeah, she was.
And,
And
you.
I was kind.
You
Well,
were.
I
you
did
were.
have students in front of me, so I had to
Nice.
control my reaction.
Nice, but it's a sort of a rite of passage. We have to
Yeah.
get you on the show, and trust me, the viewing audience, it's not that. It's only what, 200-300 people.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe.
Perhaps.
That's all.
Yeah. We got Nielsen ratings coming up, so it's pretty good. So, Emily, talk to us about it's your first year here, but it's not your first year teaching. So give us a little background to how you got into teaching. Where were you before? How did you end up at Westfield Tech?
Yeah, so you're right. Not my first year teaching. This is my 10th year. I taught for 9 years at another middle school in Western Mass.
Yep.
Always wanted to be a teacher. I did my student teaching in high school, so I've been kind of familiar with high school, middle school, And just within the past couple of years, kind of realized they needed a personal and professional change. And just so happens our principal of the month here, Mr. Hastings, he was my vice principal at my previous middle school. And I don't want to say he begged me to come to the tech, but
he let you know there was an opening.
He did. And it just, right timing, worked out, and here I am.
What's your so what are you doing now here at Westfield? What's your current role?
So I have kind of an interesting role here at the tech. I do virtual classes in the morning for Westfield High School, and then in the afternoon I have 2 classes, normal classes here at the tech. I do freshman and sophomore history.
So sort of a hybrid here.
Yes.
So you do a little of everything. The morning is virtual kids. How you coming from middle school? Is this your first experience with high school kids?
Besides 10 years ago, when I kind of did the student teaching and got introduced to it. So yeah, technically first real experience with high school.
Any difference you've noticed?
I think it's a little different and a little the same. Definitely a jump between freshman and sophomore. I was doing 8th grade forever, so definitely a jump from 8th grade to sophomore. That's where I see most of the difference. I feel like maybe yet I haven't seen a lot of the difference from 8th to 9th grade. It's still early in the year, so I think they'll kind of mature and grow that gap a little bit as the year goes on.
Yeah, 100%. And once you see the kids get their shop they want,
yes,
you're going to see a definite change in behavior as well, because we talk about that all the time. So the 8th graders come in still with that middle school mentality a little bit. I'm sure you know what it is.
I can
it's a
pick up
maturity.
on that a little bit.
Yeah. Touching, restlessness, learning how to control themselves a little bit.
A little squirrely, I like to say.
And what you'll see is once we come back from the holiday break, that's when all the kids will be officially in their shops, and you should notice a considerable change in attitudes and behaviors and the like, I guess.
They get more into business.
Yeah,
they really do.
Yeah.
Well, it's been kind of a nice experience for me, particularly with the freshmen. I enjoy my sophomores as well, but it's my first year here, so I'm kind of learning the shop process, and they are too.
Yeah.
So I feel like we've had a lot of valuable conversations about kind of teaching each other about that process.
Great.
How is it going? So it's tough. It's tough being a new teacher in coming in, obviously, right? You are upstairs, way up,
way
right?
in the corner,
in the corner, which is actually a pretty good room. Actually, you got a decent room with a nice little view. How is it upstairs with the staff up there? And do you feel is it isolating, or no? You're feeling okay?
It's funny. I joke that some days I don't leave my room at all, but that's by choice.
Yeah.
It's a long walk down here. I did underestimate the time, but everyone has been so welcoming and so nice. It almost doesn't really feel like I'm new, just because everyone's been so willing to help and welcomed me in, and I really appreciate it.
They're a great group of teachers up there on the 4th floor.
For sure.
Very welcoming, and they were ecstatic when you came on board.
They were super pumped.
Yeah.
I will just, if you get a chance in your downtime, just walk around the school, pop into the shops, because it's great to see the kids in a different atmosphere, than you're used to seeing them in the classroom, because some kids maybe aren't a rock star in your class, and then you see them in shop, and they're the top student in there. It's a different animal here.
I'd love to be able to visit the shops. I've, still not sure how that all works, but if I ever got the chance, I would definitely jump on getting to check it out.
I'm going to tell you how it works. You're going to reach out to Mrs. Groom.
Oh, okay.
And she's going to bring you around.
Okay.
No.
Sure.
I will.
Like next to her.
I will bring you around. I will.
At any time.
That's it. So I think it's very beneficial to you as far as once you get to know the kids and what shops they're in, to sort of relay some. I know you're doing social studies, but some of the topics maybe might coincide with things that they have in their shop, like union stuff and things like that. Mrs. Groom, do you have any questions for Emily?
Are we going into the questions for the new teacher, or what am I doing?
Producer, you should. Yeah, why don't we do the Fast Five?
Okay. I forgot.
I didn't know if you had a question for
this
her.
is Mr. Daly's show, so I'm just following.
We're just along for the ride at this
That's
point, right?
I don't even know if I ever said that, and you're just giving me crap about
you
it.
did. That's the funny part.
At least it didn't bother you.
So anyway, Miss Whitcomb, what's your favorite food?
Okay, well, I have a strange answer for this.
That's okay.
Basically, anything related to, like, Hamburg. I love, like, burgers, tacos. I could never figure out my favorite food, but I realized that's the common factor there.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite restaurant?
I don't go out a lot. First one that comes to mind is there's a place in Worcester. I live out kind of like Central Mass area. So there's a place in Worcester. It's called 111. It's a steakhouse. It's more of like a special occasion place, but
nice.
Do you still live out there?
I do, yeah.
What's the commute?
About an hour.
Oh my God! Are you
Yeah.
thinking about coming up to Western Mass a little bit?
Nothing against Western Mass, but I am not.
Okay.
You're comfortable where you live.
I'm comfortable. I like it out in the sticks.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Nice.
What was your first job?
My first job was I worked in my little town. There was a little general store. So I worked there when I was 14, just kind of doing whatever they needed me to.
Nice.
What kind of music do you listen to?
I'll listen to pretty much anything. I'm not super picky, but if I'm going to put something on, it's going to be some form of country music.
How about T Swift?
Not a Swiftie, but I'll listen.
Yeah, Mrs. Groom's a big Swiftie.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's a lie. And then, then lastly, I don't know if you know enough about the shops, but if you were a student here, do you have a shop that you might be interested in?
I think I know of all the shops, and I would actually probably pick horticulture because I am a known plant killer, and I would like to not be a plant killer anymore.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at it as, I love plants,
Yes.
and this is what I would do. I want to improve in something. That's wonderful.
We've never had an outlook like that before.
That's right.
Like, oh, I suck at this. I want to.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
good.
want to turn it around.
Yeah.
So I definitely want you to take me up on the offer. I will bring you around to the shops.
Please.
We'll get you a pair of glasses and make sure you don't wear sandals. But that's the only thing you got to remember.
Just dress opposite of what I do.
What Mrs. Groom does. And I think it's sooner rather than later. So let me know when I will make time to get around, because I think it's a great thing to see all the shops and see all the kids and understand what they're doing. And it'll help you upstairs as well, too. But we're super stoked to have you here.
Yes, very much so.
Haven't heard a bad thing from any of the kids about you.
That's
so
good news.
That's awesome. And I know upstairs the teachers around you are loving you. So keep up the good work. We're super happy to have you. Hopefully you don't leave us with the hour commute. What's nothing? We can't interest you in any areas around here, huh?
Are you selling something?
Well, no. I just
We do have a shop that builds homes.
Yes.
Oh, well, maybe.
We could build you a house.
Maybe I'll get on board with that then.
Thanks for coming. Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
All right. We look forward to maybe having you on again. Talk about maybe bring some social studies kids on with you and talk about what's going on in your class.
That would be great.
We're going to go to another song here, Sophia. We'll be back. Wait till you see what we got coming up next.
That's
It's amazing.
right.
It's absolutely
Yes.
amazing. Tiger Talk.
Don't miss it.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
And we are back. It's live. It's 8:50. Run by the kids for the kids. Tiger Talk. We just had a nice segment with Miss Wick come on. Social studies teacher, new teacher. She's great. Doesn't want to be in Western Mass.
Well, that's okay.
But she likes it.
You want to be sneaky and look in on what's going on up at the hangar?
Yeah, can we do that? So what's going on?
We can go.
Look at that.
Live shot.
Okay. So what's going on at the hangars? We just got awarded by the FAA our final segment to being fully certified, licensed A&P mechanics, which we didn't have before. We only had one part of it. So, again, we'll have Mr. Wilson on in a week or two, maybe next week,
That'd be great.
to really
Tie
get
it
in depth
Yep.
and tie it in what's going on and what the kids can expect and what the community can expect with the kids that are coming out of here. And you heard from Mr. Hepburn the need for these kids is through the roof. And sounds like these kids aren't going to have a problem getting a job once they pass the test. So. And they can take it any way they want.
It's so impressive, really.
I do want to talk about, before we get into, we got Antonio here with his partner missing right now, Antonio. But we'll figure that out, huh? How's it going, buddy?
Hey, it's going great, man. I'm missing my buddy
over there, but it's all good.
Yeah, we'll get your buddy here. He's had a rough week or so we'll make sure that he's here next time. But I want to talk about pickleball because we made it. Antonio, did you know this? We made it to the Final Four in the state.
No.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
That's
really?
crazy.
Yeah, we didn't win in the Final Four, but we made it. And super proud of all the kids. I forgot. I should have brought all the names of the kids that were on the team. And Mikey was one of them.
Yeah.
He didn't go, though, because he couldn't. But Final Four, congratulations to Mr. Ron Nato for leading that team out there. That was Tuesday. They competed out in Eastern Mass against two schools.
Yep.
I think we held our own.
That's great. Well, we're one of four out in Western Mass, correct? One of four schools that offer. But to make it to that's awesome.
We killed it. Girls soccer 6-4. They unfortunately just lost to Smith Volk, I think it was a tough one, but they got McCann tonight at 4 at Yackham Field, which is right behind the school here. So if you're looking for something to do, you want to check out the gals. They're going to make the tournament for sure. Hopefully they pull one out tonight. I believe they lost last time to McCann, so they got a little revenge match here. And the boys are coming off a win off 4-zip on Hoosick to Hoosick Valley. Tough ride thanks to Chef Rogers, who
I know.
we had. I didn't know
super.
that. We had a transportation issue, which seems to be happening more often than not, getting a bus to take them up there. So Chef Rogers and Mr. Delude convoyed, took a couple, we got them a couple vans, and they took the whole team up. And
that's great.
And Chef Rogers lives in Munson, so he had to go to Hoosick Valley, come back, drop the kids off and the van, and then drive home to Munson.
Spent a lot of time driving.
Thank you to him. He's a rock star.
Thank you.
And the boys play on Friday, tomorrow.
They're
13-1, so they're doing great.
Yeah.
And I do want to shout out our golf team who competed in the Western Mass tournament, and just narrowly. I know Dan just narrowly missed getting to the States. Dan O'Connor.
Yes.
So they played real
on here last week.
Yeah, who was on last week? So if you want to know about the golf team, tune in. Go back on WSKB Radio and check up Tiger Talk and look at the past shows, and you can check out what happened with golf. So we are rounding up. Our cross country is finishing up Saturday at Stanley Park. So if you're looking for some fun thing, I mean, there's nothing more exciting than watching cross country run by you, right, Antonio?
Nothing more fun. You know, you can go take your dog for a walk, or they'll walk you. You know.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
And then see
nice.
the kids run by you. Awesome.
Yeah.
So they're finishing up. So our fall sports, dare I say, this is one of the most successful seasons we've had.
It really was.
And we just keep growing.
Yes.
Kids keep participating, and Antonio next year is talking about playing pickleball, which is awesome.
Yeah, we'll see.
See?
We'll see.
Antonio's a very good baseball player,
I
so
do know
think
that.
the skill set will translate. And
Yeah.
right now he just sits at home and plays video games or something.
Nah,
I don't know.
that's not true. That's not true.
So, Antonio, what do we got going on in sports? I know we threw it on you yesterday at lunch. I like it. We got you out of electrical wiring. How's it going up in electrical wiring?
Oh, it's great. I love it there. You know, it's nothing more fun.
What are you working on, and what do you think you want to do?
So right now we're working on motor control. And I definitely don't want to do that in the future. Nope.
Yeah.
I just maybe want to start out with some residential and a little commercial, and then work my way up there. But you know, that's pretty much it.
And you, as a junior, right?
Yeah.
So you won't be going out on job sites yet, right? Maybe in the spring they'll take you up. Mr. Barnum might grab you a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe he might grab some, like a couple juniors, but mainly that's more of a senior thing.
Yeah, that's good. So looking forward to that, and baseball, obviously. No hoops for you, right? Did you ever play hoops at all, or no?
I did freshman and sophomore year. You know, JV.
Not gonna do it this year?
No.
You're all done.
Yeah, I'm all done.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk. What did you do? A little research on sports for us? What's going on?
Yeah, you know,
notes.
Yeah.
I did a little recon. You know, so LA Dodgers, they lead the series 2-1.
Okay, they won. Okay, good.
They I believe it was last night.
Yeah.
They played Dodgers won 8-0.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, Shohei Ohtani hit a home run. I think it was a 2-run home run or a 3-run home run. And the Yankees are up 2-0 in the series.
I know Mrs. Groom's stoked about that, huh?
Love it.
And what big news happened in the Yankee game, the last one where they won 2-0? Aaron Judge finally
hits his first home run in the postseason.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was slumping big time.
Yeah.
And you're a Yankees fan,
No.
there, Antonio? I didn't
No.
think so.
No.
Yeah.
No, never in a million years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. So Yanks are up. Are they play? I think they play tonight or tomorrow. I'm not really sure when they play.
They might play. I think it's tonight.
Is it? That'd be cool.
Might be tonight.
All right, tune in tonight, Mrs. Groom, for that. You and Mr. Groom.
Yeah,
That'd
and
be
then
fun.
you know I
I'll
got a
text you.
little football here. You
Yeah,
know,
what's going on football?
Patriots lost 41-21 against the Texans.
Yep.
But Drake May got his first start.
Hey, did you watch any of that? Or
I did.
You did? How did he look?
He had 3 touchdowns, but two
minutes.
bad.
Yep.
Oh, two.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That's right. No, go ahead. Yeah.
But he had like 2 interceptions that were like pretty bad. Like just threw it to the other team.
Hey, new guy though. He's
Yeah, new
figuring
guy.
it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's-
Anything else going?
Lions beat the Cowboys 47-9.
Yeah. Cowboy. Are you? What are you? Are you a Patriots guy?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, all the Cowboy fans out there were really bummed out and hurt. So
Yeah.
Hey, listen, the 2 was we got 2 minutes to go because we're gonna go live to the hangar. So you got anything else cool in there? Or no.
Nothing crazy.
No, we got WNBA's finishing up the Liberty, New York Liberty.
Yep.
Mr. Forney wants me to mention that, and then we'll go some baseball stuff, all right? Or we'll talk baseball next week.
Yeah.
A little more.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the picks. Ready? Thursday tonight, Denver versus New Orleans. Go.
Saints.
Okay. Mrs. Groom.
Denver.
Okay. Groom. Antonio, and I'm gonna go New Orleans too. New England at Jacksonville, but that's overseas,
London.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
London.
Who do you like over there?
Patriots.
Okay. Groom.
Jacksonville.
Okay. I went Jacksonville as well. How about Kansas City, San Fran? That's going to be a good one. At San Francisco.
I'm going Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City.
Okay. And you know what? I'll go San Francisco. I need a win. And then let's go the Jets, Jets. Aaron Rodgers with Devontae Adams versus Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Wow. I'm going Jets.
I'm going Jets too. I think that hopefully they're getting out the snide. And Monday night, Baltimore, real good one here. Baltimore versus Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. Antonio.
Ravens.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna Mrs. Groom.
Ravens.
Okay, Ravens claw, and I'm gonna go with the upset. with Tampa Bay. Mrs. Groom had a good week last week with 3. Antonio, your group is just horrid right now. You need a good week right now.
I think this week I got it though. I think I got all
feeling good.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for taking some time down. We always cut you off short, but we're gonna get you some more time eventually. We'll get Mikey here too.
Yeah.
That's it for Tiger Talk. Took, stay on this channel right now. We're gonna go live up to the hangar with the superintendent spotlight, and they got some really exciting news up there. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next week.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of West